All right, all right. We are not normally live during the games, but hey, you know what? I said screw it. This is a big game. Celtics are playing well. Just sitting here watching. Let's jump on. Let's react to the end of the game here. We've done watch parties in the past before, but I figured why not swing the bat? Let's do it. So let me shore up a few things here before we jump right in. Boom. All right, we got the score there. I'm probably going to be behind the score. Like, I think that the stream's going to be delayed. Me watching this score updating and you guys getting it. But we will keep track of that there. The score, hopefully that works. Celtics up big right now. In a game where I did not necessarily see this coming. I mean, who could see this coming? Celtics up big right now. But yeah, we will be live here as well for the end of the game too, as always. But I figure why not jump on? Let's have some fun. Let's do the fourth quarter. We'll watch it. We can talk about stuff around the league as well. I see I don't know if it's Q or K. Let me know what it is, but saying I need the over. What is the line at? What was that? I forget looking at it this morning. But right now we got 85-74 heading into the third, or heading into the fourth. Not bad in terms of whatever that pace was at. It couldn't have been too crazy there. But yeah, we're here live for the fourth quarter. Normally we're not doing it. 2:20, okay. 2:20. I'll call you Q. All right. Not out yet. You're still tracking all right. We'll see though. I mean, we'll see though. I wouldn't have guessed prior to this game that Celtics would have given 85 points through three. You know, I didn't like this spot for the Celtics. Now, we've seen collapse of the Celtics in the fourth before, but as of right now, can't really complain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on pace for what, like 215-ish right now? But all right, here we go. Game is back on again. That's going to be a little delayed on the scoreboard there. But I got to tweet this out. I got to get it going, get the thumbnail out there. Usually it's after the game. I got time to do this stuff. I like the way the Celtics played so far. I mean, Rob Williams, Tatum, Brown, everyone seems to be doing their job. Grant's playing all right tonight. He's got 4 threes, getting a little dust up with Bobby Portis too. I like seeing that. He's trying to win me over. All right, here we go. Again, the score I think is going to be a little bit behind here. Q, my slate is going so bad. We had Golden State -3, not looking great. Philly -2.5. Charlotte +3. We've had three good nights in a row. I knew a bad night was coming. Gear saying wouldn't mind starting Grant instead of the double bigs on some nights, even when the team's healthy. Hey, if Grant can continue to play this well, you know what I'm saying, PJ? I mean, like, this is the only guy off the bench today that really has done much. I mean, Schroeder's looked good. Ooh, as I say that, Schroeder nails one there. 90-76 here, 10 to go. Schroeder's played well. He just hit the 3. Same thing with Langford, but Grant Williams has been that stud off the bench. For sure. How many does Giannis have? Giannis only has 15. He's a -16 from the field. Bobby Portis is talking smack to Al now. Bobby Portis is just thirsty right now for beef. He is. He is. Wow, they're reviewing that. Not reviewing, but they're talking about that layup by Giannis there. He covers so much ground. It's crazy. Millie says, you think the Bucks will come back? Honestly, as a Celtics fan, I do think that just knowing how these Celtics play, right? This game will be closer than, you know, history would say that this game will be closer than it is right now by the end of the game. Like, the Celtics just seem to make every game interesting. Right now, they're up 12 with just under 10 to go. Tatum gets a steal there. They're up 12 with 10 to go. They're grooving. They're shutting down Giannis, Tatum, Brown, both looking good. But somehow, some way, the Celtics probably end up making this a game. They do. Gear saying the Celtics-Bucks games always end in OT or a game winner every year. Yeah. I mean, think about it. Tatum, what was that, last year? Was that last year, the game winner over the Bucks? All right, 90. Just as we say that, now it's an under 10-point game, huh? 90 to 81. Bucks just hit a 3. Tatum's got the ball, top of the key, pull up, mid-range, in and out. Bobby the rebound. Ben saying fingers crossed in London, dreaming of a C's win. I mean, yeah, this Celtics team is doing their best as of late to lose the interest of the fans and everything. You know what I mean? A big win against a red-hot Bucks would be pretty nuts. Like, coming home after that terrible road trip, and then you don't play again until Friday. Like, this would be a good vibe if they could get this win. Ooh, Tatum, just so close to an and one. Tatum's playing physical. I mean, you don't go into Giannis or Bobby portion. Like, Tatum's finally doing that. He's taken 9 threes, but that's because he's hit 44% of them. Grant took a huge elbow from Giannis. Oh my God, he hit him so hard in the face that Giannis grabbed his elbow afterwards. Tatum misses a foul shot. Yeah, let's miss the free ones. Let's try and not make this a close game. Yeah, huh? Bobby Portis does have such an ego now. I mean, I do like if Bobby Portis was a Celtic, I'd like him. He's got that dirt dog mentality and stuff. But he used to have those crazy eyes. He still has them, but now I think he does them on purpose, like constantly wide open and stuff. Kind of knows what he's doing now. Foul on the floor there on Giannis. Oh man, this team cannot get stagnant here. I don't love what I'm seeing. All right, Jalen's back in for Romeo. We got 8 to go, 8:27 to go. Giannis is at the line though. Or no, he's not at the line. He fouls on the ground. So we got Jalen, Tatum, Dennis, Grant, and Al on the floor. Bobby Portis, 3. No good. Get this rebound. All right, out of bounds, Celtics ball. Just don't get, just show me that you don't want to get content. Like, this isn't a 3 quarters game like we see the Celtics do all the time. You know what I mean? Tatum now has 30. There's still time for him to freaking drop some buckets still. Early 4th. Dennis Schroeder block there on... Is that a Bucks player named Smart? I feel like I've heard his name a couple times. Jalen, wide open 3. Nothing. Oh, man. Why am I watching this thinking that it could just get a little closer than it is? I don't know, because every single game that the Celtics seem to play, they do it. Tatum with a nice steal. He's going all the way. Foul. No call. Yikes. Michael saying time for me to suit up. I don't know. I got the jumper, but I don't know how much 5'9" is gonna get you in the NBA. It worked for Isaiah. I could say that. Technical foul on who? On who? We got a technical on somebody. Oh, it's on Budenholzer. Technical foul shot. Good. 93-81 here. Coach may have had a point there. Coach may have had a point there. So we got a technical. He's not going to challenge it. All right, we still got the same lineup on the floor. Schroeder, Brown, Tatum, Grant, and Al. For the Bucks, they got Grayson Allen, Connaughton, Bobby Portis, Holiday, and Giannis. This is where the Bucks could make their run. They got their guys in now, and Giannis has not erupted yet. I hope they stop him. Right as I say that, Giannis scores on like all of the Celtics. Yikes. Ubi saying study for my 100% final exam tomorrow. Now watch having the Celtics live. Hey, the Celtics can teach you some things. They can teach you how to, not give up. Don't do what they do. I don't think they're doing it this game. It doesn't look like it yet. But I will say, you might want to study a little bit. Maybe in commercial breaks. We're in a commercial break right now, Ubi. Study up. Gear saying I would love Connaughton in Boston sometime in his career. That'd be sweet. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. That'd be awesome. Oh, Dio's got me with the 10. Dio coming in $10 saying, here for the support and the channel. Can't wait to be on the podcast with you, dude. Thank you for everything you do. I admire your hard work, dedication. Hopefully we can work together. Hey, you're coming on the pod. I've said that on the stream. You know, I'd be the worst if I didn't live up to that. You know that, Dio. So, yeah, we get you on the pod. We just haven't, like... anyone that follows that, we haven't done an Ev Singleton show in I feel like I'm moving 10 miles a minute with all the stuff we're doing with YouTube and stuff, but hey, we're doing that. You know where to contact me. We'll keep it close. We got Ubi saying Derek W, Gear saying hey Derek. Yeah, Dio's always there for the support. I do appreciate that. Hey, Dio, drop your Twitter. Let's get everyone following everyone. Ubi, Gear, you guys probably know each other. Got some regulars in the chat. You guys want, whoever's here, the few of you guys that are here, drop your Twitters, go follow each other. And follow me if you don't. If any of you guys don't, if you unfollow me because I said something stupid, fair enough. All right, we got Golden State back to one of my plays. I had Golden State -3, 13 seconds left, they're up by 2. That's probably going to be an L. Oh, man. Golden State -3. Let's see if they could pull that out. I doubt it. But yeah, Celtics up by 10 with 7 left in the fourth there. I know the score. Where is that? That score right here is gonna look a little off there. But hey, it's the best I could do. You guys know that I'm technologically not technically. Yeah, that makes sense. Appreciate that again, Dio, though. Yeah, they're showing that layup that I talked about right before the break there. Giannis right on top of Grant, Al, Tatum, and I guess you could say Brown was involved. Not really, though. Layup. Like, he's crazy. And the fact that he is 17 now? Oh, man. I think this game could get a lot closer. What I will say, Jalen kind of scared us with that knee bang, but he looks good. Him and Tatum look good together. Okay. So Tatum passes into Grant. Grant turnaround post there and gets fouled. Late call, though, but we'll take it. Grant's going to the line. Oh, I don't know. I mean, Scal just said Grant's a really good post-up player. I'm not saying he can't play the post, but come on. A really good post-up player? And that isn't me being a Grant Williams lover like everyone knows that I am. Grant's having himself a game, guys. If he hits this foul shot, he's going to have 14 points, 7 boards, 4 of 6 from 3, and those are the only shots he's taken. 95-83, 6:40 left. Connaughton with a deep 3, can't get it to go. Grant rebound, passes it up, and he turns it over. Grayson Allen with a hustle play, getting back on D there. Connaughton bangs one. The Boston kid making one in Boston's face. So the Bucks have Hood, Giannis, Connaughton, Grayson, and Holiday. They have a decent shooting lineup out there. Celtics still rocking with Schroeder, Brown, Tatum, Horford, and Grant. Tatum absolutely cooking in the paint. Boom, 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 boom. 2. Big time bucket. Big time bucket. And they're getting, and Tatum's in it with Giannis. Foul. They call a foul. They call a foul on Tatum. He was getting, oh man, I love seeing that. And now he's mad. I guess it's, I mean, I could see where you get the foul call, but let the guys fight. Oh man, I love seeing Tatum do that. Tatum getting his nose dirty. Bucks inbounded, Holiday off the screen at the top. Grayson Allen with on ring back to Holiday. Rodney Hood left wing now. Holiday double screen at the top. Giannis set it. Holiday pulls up from the elbow. Rolls out. We got a foul on the ground though. Giannis is in the middle of a lot of stuff right now. What is going on here? Giannis is getting dirty. Ubi saying Grant Draymond 2.0 Williams. It's so funny how sometimes he looks like Draymond 2.0 and sometimes he doesn't. Tatum's got it top of the key. Pull up in Grayson Allen's face. And he makes it. Let's go. 100-86. I hate to say it, but this Celtics team does not look like they're giving up at all. They do not look like they're giving up. Giannis trying to work on Tatum in the paint. Hook shot. Comes up short. Out of the board. Let's go. Just over 5 to go. Let's go. You got to give the ball to Tatum right here. That's what Scal just said, and I see it. Brown kicks it to Allen in the corner. Get it to Tatum. I mean, he's making everything right now. Nice pass to Smart. Horford, 3 from the right wing. No good. That may have been a dagger. That may have been a dagger. Let's see. Dio saying, do you think we should trade some of the guys on the bench like Peyton and Aaron and Romeo to get a solid PG? Yeah, I hate to say it. Romeo's the only one out of that bunch that looks like he's doing anything this year. And even still, I don't know if he's all he's cracked up to be. So if you could get something truly worth the return, then yes. You know what I mean? I think Pritchard must be as good as done. Like, why don't they even try and play Pritchard? You know what I mean? It's weird to me. So Pritchard seems like he's out. I don't even know what you could get for him. Neesmith, he doesn't seem like he's doing anything for us. And Langford, maybe the only guy that has value. If you could work money out to actually get someone that's going to help the team, then yeah, I think so. They just announced Middleton is out for the game. It helps the Celtics, but I do like Middleton. He's a Celtics killer. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm all for a trade. It depends. If you're going to go get a legit point guard, then yeah, I trade some of the youth there. But if this team's going to be a teeter-tottering 500-like team, I know it's tough. It sucks to say that right now, right? But if they're going to be that type of a team, then I would still try and develop some of the young guys because you're going to need them. Grant Williams, another 3. Grant Williams, another 3. 103. 103. 89 right now. Connaughton scored on the other end. But yeah, that trade, like, it depends on who you get. But if you get a solid point guard, then I think you do that. Because you don't want to miss this window with Tatum and Brown. Ubi says sometimes Grant looks like Draymond. Sometimes he plays like Tony Snell. Tatum for 3 right in Holiday's face. No good, back rim. Rodney Hood getting a lot of run here late. I guess it's because Middleton's out. Duh. Giannis one-on-one. Grant Williams. Grant stops him and they call the foul. Are they going to do that? Are they going to do that? Are they going to just call a bunch of fouls and fouls and fouls now on Giannis? Up until this point, you know, he's only taken 6 foul shots. Maybe these are his, I think he just took his 7th and 8th, I guess, here. Yeah, we might do this sometimes, though. Jumping on live for the 4th. Let's see. Gear saying, feel like you got to keep Grant. I mean, if Grant keeps playing like this, then I can't deny that. Ubi saying there's a report on Bleacher Report that there's little to no interest in all three of them. I'm sure there isn't. Like, I would not be an NBA team and be like, oh my God, I need to get my hands on a Peyton Pritchard. Like, that just makes sense to me. You know what I mean? And I hate to say that, but that's true. Like, you're not an NBA team being like, I got to get an Aaron Nesmith. What? For 2 minutes? 0 of 1 from 3? Zeros on the stat sheet? Sucks, but that's where we at. Ubi says, we trade for Jeremy Grant. Yeah, if they could figure out the contract, or I don't even know what his contract is, but I feel like he's up soon, no? Or did he? Let me look it up. But yeah, I would trade for him. I think Jeremy Grant is awesome. So he's an unrestricted free agent at the end of next year. So you have, if you trade him at the deadline this year and then next year, he's pricey, 20 million plus, so you'd have to match a lot there. But yeah, I think that he's pretty good. I think he's like 20, or I got it here too, just about to turn 28, so right in that prime area. I would take Jeremy Grant for sure. Ben saying those three players are only good for European leagues. We need quality over quantity. I agree. Think about last year. Like, that was the even sort of worse situation, I guess. Last year was like they had so much quantity and they were all trash. At least you could say Grant got a little bit better this year. Now they got a couple guys like Josh Richardson, even Freedom was better than Cantor. Not too great tonight, but like those and Schroeder off that. Like, these guys that they got are still a lot of quantity, but their quality's gone up. But yeah, they're still the same. Like right now you have Aaron Nesmith, Jabari Parker, Juancho Hernangomez, Peyton Pritchard, Broderick Thomas. You could say Sam Hauser too. All these guys that you don't even play. And I get it. You're not going to go 15, 12 deep on any given night. But these guys are so far from playing. It just sucks. Gear, I think it was you too, messaging me earlier, I think, right? Saying like, Garrison Matthews, they cut him just to keep Jabari, and then Jabari doesn't even get it. Like, I don't know. It's weird to me. Dio saying my biggest problem with Udoka is that he hasn't even given any minutes to Aaron or Peyton because I believe they can contribute a lot. I'm done with Romeo. So I don't know if they can contribute a lot, but I know what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if these guys truly can go out there and be like, oh my God, we can like, help this team that much. I think if it was obvious, Udoka would play them. But I think if we're just talking like give a chance, right? Yes, I'm all for, like, what did you see from Peyton Pritchard last year that would say, okay, we're not going to play him this year? Same thing with Nesmith. The guy did earn minutes last year, not for shooting, but for those keeping those plays live and hustle plays and whatnot. So yeah, 1,000,000% they should give those guys a chance. But if they're already out of the rotation and stuff, then yeah, maybe they get moved. Derek, how's it living in Boston? Hoping to land an internship at the Boston Globe. Player, God, I get it. And we could link up. Yeah, for sure. I like Boston. I mean, the winters suck. I'm sure anyone that lives around here says that. But, winters make you appreciate the summertime that much more, I guess. But yeah, anytime I've been in like LA or Florida or anything like that, it's like, oh, this is the life. Like, I went to Hawaii a few years back, and Al Horford with, I don't even know what he just did. Interrupt my Hawaii story, Al Horford, because that was a little alley-oop catch. I don't even know if it was an alley-oop though. And Rodney Hood silences the crowd with 3 on the other end. But yeah, I went to Hawaii and I woke up, I was like, this is incredible. Like, if I didn't care about sports, that's where I live, Hawaii. But like being, what is the time difference? 6 hours or something? Yikes. Ubi says Garrison Matthews has produced more than all 3 of them this year. He has. Yes, he's on a bad team, but like, what do the Celtics need? Shooting. As Al Horford makes a 3, they need shooting or a shooter. And guess what? Garrison Matthews, shooter. Let's go. So Al with I don't even know if that was a pass or whatnot, but we got a commercial break here. 108-94-3 to go. Al Horford catches like an oop, even though it was a shot, I think. Dunks it in. Yes, Rodney Hood makes a 3 on the other end. And then Al Horford makes another 3. You're saying Al, heat check. That was driving me nuts. I thought it was on my hat. I had a fuzz somewhere. I think I got it. All right, let's get a box score check here. Why not? Tatum 36, Al with 10, Rob with 10, Jaylen with 19, and Jaylen's done that 19 on 13 shots. Grant Williams 17 off the bench. Love to see that. But yeah, it's the Tatum show. Tatum show. Who would have thought the C's team would be abusing us the fans in a toxic relationship? It's so true, isn't it? It's like this team will stink on that road trip and be like, oh my God, I'm pretty done here. Like, what are we doing? And then they go and beat the Bucks. And yes, there's 3 minutes left, but I like where the Celtics are in this one. And it's tough because even if I think they got obviously a tough one against the Warriors on Friday. That would be a tough spot if they were to lose this one, then lose that one. Talk about dropping in the standings. Yikes. Tatum left wing here. Tatum 4-3. Put him away, Tatum. Put them away. 39 for Tatum. He's 50% from 3, 63% from the field. Jayson Tatum is saying, hey, I'm the star here. Giannis, I don't know what Giannis is doing. He's got 20, but he's a minus 19. He's 50% from the field, 0% from 3, 75% from the line. They're making Giannis Antetokounmpo quiet. Ubi says, you don't know true winters. Come to Canada and you'll know what winter actually is. I mean, that's 100% true. Like, I've only been to Canada in the spring and summer before, too. So I bet that's so true. Whew, Tatum is putting him away. He's got 39. I mean, he's probably going to be the player of the game here, right? But I got the stream up now. I don't even know how I'm going to edit this. Let's see. I hope that I have a picture of Tatum here because we could change the numbers. And he did win the last one. So let's fix this. You guys are getting the behind the scenes. It's as simple as this. What has he got? I mean, it's really that scoring total, but I love to see that they all played. All right, how's that look? Boom. We'll see if it stays. We'll see if that's his number, but at least we're getting closer to the truth there. Derek saying, I'm all in for trading for Ben Simmons, even if it costs us Jaylen. We need a point guard badly. Marcus is... see, I don't hate the Ben Simmons move, but I don't think I'm on the Jaylen train. Like, I know that people are hard on Jaylen and Tatum playing together, and Jaylen's always injured, blah, blah, blah. But I really do think I still see it through with Jaylen. But as he's injured, and as, like, I get that people, with that take are starting to get a little bit more credence, but me, one man's opinion, I'm still willing to just see it through. Gear saying I'd love some Cam Reddish on this team. Yeah, they said he was available too, right? Get a little scoring there off the bench. I mean, he's hot and cold, but yeah, I'm in on that train. I don't think it cost you all that much to go and get him either, huh? Tatum from the corner, and he makes another 3. Jayson Tatum's got 42 points. They're probably going to pull him. He's got 2. Can Tatum go for 50? Can he get a 50 burger here? Giannis's brother there, Thanos, whatever his name is, Giannis, little tip-in dunk. Too little, too late there. Looks like the Thanasis, that's his name. Looks like Celtics are bringing in the bench here. They got Matthew Broderick. They got Broderick Thomas coming in. They got Pritchard coming in. They got all the garbage time coming in. Looks like I hope we see Sam Hauser. I hope we see him. But Tatum looks like he's going to end the night with 42, so just because we got to get ready for the post game here, we will, let's update this. You guys get the behind the scenes look. More like the Ev didn't think this one through look. Derek saying my biggest dream would be getting Cat. I feel like I would love. He's like my white whale. I tried to say this the other stream. White whale, white buffalo. I don't know what the saying is. He's like my unattainable dream trade. I'd love him on this team for sure. Guys, yeah, stick around. We'll be live for the post game as well. Lemon saying bring Kyrie back. Yeah, right, Lemons. Yeah, right. Joey saying finally a good win. You're saying the broadcast put on the calendar. My screen froze. I didn't realize it. When you said Tatum was hitting threes, I thought you were behind. Oh, no. I mean, I am probably behind for sure. But Tatum's got 42. He's got 7 threes made tonight. And honestly, if this game was closer, Tatum goes for 50. But the Celtics put him away. The Celtics actually dug deep and said, you know what? We can be good teams. Get Jalen back. Tatum's playing well. This is what we like to see. Nesmith comes in and almost dents the backboard. Yikes. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got Thomas, Peyton, Nesmith, Sam Hauser, and Juancho. They don't even play Jabari in this situation. I mean, unless he's hurt. I don't know. Oh, this is some ugly basketball right now. I'm curious to see this Broderick guy gear. Oh, bad pass from, who is that, Juancho? I mean, missed layup, bad passes. Sam Hauser with the board now. They're going the other way. Minute to go here. Derek saying, I don't think Kyrie the problem. My biggest problem was we had bench pieces that could have started on other teams. Also, catered to Gordon and given him 30-plus minutes coming off an injury. I mean, Kyrie, in my opinion, was chemistry-wise started to be like a distraction. I could see why someone says he's not the problem. Why? Because he was such a good player. But woohoo, Sam Hauser, top of the key 3, right in his face, and then he celebrates. I love it. I love Sam Hauser. I do see the Kyrie point. I mean, Kyrie was the best player on the team when he was here, but he drove me nuts. You know what I mean? That's how I would put that. But honestly, like if he kept his sort of I don't know, his nice and one for Giannis's bro there, Thyanist, whatever it is. Giannis, Titanic. But Kyrie just overstayed his keep. All right, once this ends, we are going to flash up the post-game starting soon. I got to run to the bathroom. Quick one. Don't worry, I'll be back. And then we'll do the post-game show. But we got Celtics dribbling out the clock right now, 117 to 103. Whew. What a game. Make sure you guys stick around. We got the victory music coming, which we have not played in a while. So make sure you guys do stick around. We will be right back. But Celtics get the win. Let's go. Catch you guys in a second. We'll be starting soon. All right. We got the victory music. Finally, let's go.
Victory!
What a win. We were just live looking at the, watching the fourth quarter wind down. I think we might start doing that more often. That was pretty fun, just watching the game with you guys. We've done like, I think 1 or 2 watch parties in the past, but here we are, Celtics live, post-game. If you guys are new, hit that sub button. Like the stream as well, and as always, if you do want to support, if you want to celebrate a Celtics win, anything like that, make sure to drop a super chat as the chat gets going. If I get behind in chat, that is going to be a way that that you guys can skip the chat line and get your comment, get your shout out yourself, shout out your socials, anything like that through super chat there. But Gear is saying victory song. King Lou is saying you should have bet on the Celtics. I mean, I just can't. You know what I mean? And by can't, I mean I probably end up doing it and whatnot. But I can't get myself to bet on this team right now. And as I say in the picks videos, if you guys are watching every day, like I don't allow myself to bet against the Celtics either. I just can't do it. People in the comments are saying, oh, you know, you're biased and everything like that. And what am I? No, I'm not biased. Hell yeah, I'm biased. But I just can't get myself to bet against them. Should have bet on them tonight, but I didn't love the spot. I thought the Celtics would come home and sort of have like that moment of sigh of relief. You know what I mean? Like, we're finally home. But they came out hard. From the jump, they were in that game. So we'll get into that all of that on tonight's show here. And again, we were live for the fourth quarter, so we've been live now for almost 40 minutes. Hopefully we don't have any stream fatigue. We are getting up early tomorrow to do the picks video, but we're done with the West Coast trip for now. We got Celtics at home here, but Celtics take the win. 117-103 was the final, so you love to see that. Let's get into some of the box score here, and then we will jump over to some of the chat here, guys. All right, here we go. Jayson Tatum, 42 from him, 64% from the field, 54% from 3. He had 5 boards, 4 assists as well, and 3 steals. So 4 assists for him. I like seeing that. Plus 21. Al Horford, a plus 25, plus minus 10 points from him. 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Robert Williams had some sparks in that game. He had 5 of 6 from the field, 83%, 10 points, 7 boards. Jaylen Brown looked good, you know, in that coming in his return. I was questioning, you know, is Jaylen gonna look good? I get it. It was Tatum's night, so there wasn't much room for Jaylen to take over and maneuver. But other than that little knee bump he had with Bobby Portis, I think it was Portis, Jaylen looked pretty good. He looked, you know, like he was moving pretty good. He had 19 tonight, 5 points. And then Grant Williams, I mean, honestly, if Tatum doesn't go for 42, we're looking at Grant Williams as an absolute player of the game. 17 points, 7 boards, 5 of 7 from 3. Man, Grant Williams, really the only guy on the bench that came absolutely to play, so you love to see that. But we mentioned it, Jayson Tatum, 42 points, 5 boards, and 4 assists, is the post-game player of the game tonight. But like I said, really, Grant Williams was the emotional sort of player of the game, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But Tatum, I mean, I can't have a guy go for 40 plus and not give him the player of the game. So let's get into some of the chat here. Gear saying Marcus Smart and the other smart guy. Yeah, who was that? Javonte Smart on the Bucks played 11 minutes. They did a jersey swap. Lemon saying, I know it's impossible, but if chemistry wasn't an issue, Kyrie would make the C's and instant contenders. And if that's anyone, if anyone doesn't know where that's coming from, we were here live. If you guys are just joining, here live for the fourth quarter. Got into a little Kyrie talk. Ben saying, didn't see that result coming, but glad I stayed up for that performance. Thanks for the commentary. London is green. What a win. It really was. I see that. I see L7 saying this was an awesome win. Like, that was such a get me back on board type win. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't come home after the road trip and, you know, beat the Pistons or something at the Garden. No, they played a top of the conference type team in the Bucks. And honestly, they mollywopped them. Like, that game got ugly at the end. There was no sort of, and I thought it was going to happen. I think we all probably thought it was going to happen at some point of, oh man, this Celtics team is going to let the Bucks back into it and we're going to have a back and forth game. Nope. No way. Celtics said, let's end this one. Tatum with like back-to-back threes. It was awesome. Derek saying that entourage victory. Yep, that's the victory music, guys. If you weren't here early for the stream, you guys missed the victory music. We do it after the wins. You guys got to turn on the post notifications. That's how I plugged that right there to hear that victory music. Let's see. Kevin saying Grant's now 43 of 95 from three, 45%. I'll take that all day long. Who wouldn't? And especially it's because a lot of players, and I got to give Grant some credit here, a lot of players would start shooting 45% from three like that, and they'd start to think they're a shooter. And I get it. Grant Williams is turning into a little bit of a shooter by these percentages, but he's still not taking the shots that a shooter would. He's taking open three, corner three, which is closer than the rest of the arc, right? Like, Grant Williams is still staying in his lane, and I can't say anything negative about that. Like, who could? He's playing well within himself, and he's just making the open three. King saying, always bet on the Warriors. I didn't care how they went. I had the Warriors -3. And if they just, they won by 2. Mayhem's dropping W's in the chat. Steven says, Tatum could have had 10 assists if guys hit their shots. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the Celtics team could benefit from, we just talked about shooter Grant Williams. The amount of assists that some stars get in this league just from driving and kicking to somebody and making a three, you know what I mean? Like, it's not even an assist. An assist, when you hear that word, I guess you think of like a nice pass or a passer. A guy that gets a lot of assists is a passer. Blah, 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 right? The fact that Tatum passes sometimes to, and I don't mean to rag on anyone after this game, but he passed to someone like a Romeo Langford who seemingly maybe cooled off a little from three, right? And he misses a three, but it was a great pass, great decision from Tatum, and that's a missed assist. Like, I'd love to see Tatum's assist opportunities, because the fact that he's passing to, guys that are just missing threes, like Marcus Smart, who's had some really, really bad three-point shooting nights here, like, he's passing to a Marcus Smart missing a three. It's like, that could have been an assist just as easily. You know what I mean? Guys, if you are watching, make sure to drop a like on tonight's stream. What a win for the Celtics. And if you do want to catch up in the chat, if you want me to read your comment right away, or if you want to shout out anything, if you got anything that you guys want to shout out, your own show, podcast, anything like that, make sure to drop a super chat. You'll get your shout out and you'll be highlighted. Kay saying JT would average way more assists if everyone else could shoot like Grant. Yeah, a guy that just stands there in the corner and makes an open three, right? An open corner three. Like, that's it. Let's go. Shout out to Martes de Carnaval. Don't know if I nailed that name. Probably botched that name, but shout out to you for subscribing. But yeah, if they could have guys where Tatum gets the hole, and same thing with Brown. We can make the same argument with Brown, but I feel like people really, really harp on Tatum, right, for being the guy that needs to get more passing, and the ball will go through him and everything like that. Like, if they had a guy in the corner, like Garrison Matthews, for example, who, they cut just so Jabari Parker could play. Jabari Parker doesn't play. But if they had someone like that just could be just a dedicated shooter, or if Nesmith started to make his shots, or anything, or if Pritchard got playing time, or Langford got back to shooting really well, anything like that, Tatum probably gets 2 more assists a game. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem like it's that hard. And right now he's averaging 3.6 assists. I'd love to see that higher, but imagine if that was 5.6. Now you're talking about him possibly averaging 6 assists a game if you round up. Heshi says, do you think that Dennis is going to get traded? So here's my thing. Everyone's talking about Dennis Schroeder trade for a big name or something like that. I don't think that, I don't see that. One, he's not that much money, right? He's $6 million. I don't see a Schroeder trade where he is the true centerpiece and them getting an amazing player in return. Forget even the money. But no team's going to give up something crazy for Schroeder. Not crazy, but you know what I mean? No one's going to give something up like really, really great for Schroeder just because Schroeder's a good player. Schroeder's got half a year left on his deal. He's going to be a restricted or unrestricted free agent. He's clearly going to want to try and go make the bag that he fumbled. So I think that, I do see there being a lot of possibility. I know that Sham said it and plenty of other places said it today that Schroeder, there's teams inquiring about him and whatnot. But I do think that people got to, pump the brakes, I guess, on their expectations. Because to me, there's not much leverage. There is not much leverage. There's not much leverage when it comes to trading Dennis Schroeder because of that contract situation. Like, any team that gets him, unless they're saying, hey, we're going to pay you $30 million next year or whatever he wants, right? And they already tell him that, that's a sort of wink, wink, nod, nod, we gotcha. If that's the case, then yeah, maybe a team will go and get him, but you don't have much leverage because you can't say, hey, look at this. We have a guy that's going to be on a team-friendly deal for a long time. Go take him. But I do see him possibly getting traded because this team So I'll say this, right? Even I don't want to spend all that much time on it, but I don't want to fall behind in chat either, but we'll say this. The thing is, the Celtics team, like Dennis Schroeder, as good of a, and I like Dennis Schroeder, I do. I think he's been really good for this team. As good as he's been, or as good as he can be, like the Celtics are in the same place they were last year. So did signing Dennis Schroeder really work? You know, did signing some of these other guys or getting these other guys or giving other guys more minutes, like did that really work? And if not, then yeah, they'll probably try and shake things up. We've never seen a Brad Stevens trade deadline before, and if it's anything like the offseason, he's probably going to be like, oh man, I'm going to get trigger happy here. You know what I mean? Like I'm keeping my eye out for that, because if the Celtics were way better than they were last year, then you say, okay, Schroeder worked, Josh Richardson worked, bringing Freedom in worked, you know, that type of thing. But if they're just going to be right where they were, then Brad Stevens is probably going to say, might as well change something up because we need to change something up. So it's nothing against Schroeder, nothing against anyone on the team in terms of getting traded. It really kind of comes down to well, let's do something, and maybe these are tradable guys. Let's see, Martez saying Celtics need to improve threes for sure. Let's see, PC saying if Simmons will be traded in place of Schroeder, so be it. Yeah, I mean, that's one I would take. I just don't know if, I honestly don't know if the Sixers would do that. I get that Simmons doesn't want to play for the Sixers, right? But like, and I think money, that wouldn't even work for money either. But if it was a player for player deal, yeah, I guess I do that, because I think you get the better player in that deal, as much as Celtics fans want to hate Simmons. But I don't know if that's when that could be worked out, to be honest. I'd like it if it would. Let's see. Marta's saying Buddy Hield. Yeah, I mean, I would take Buddy Hield as a shooter for Schroeder. That just tripped me up. But either way, like, I would take Buddy Hield on this team like that. What I will say is I don't know how much I love the Kings school of thought of them saying, hey, take as many threes as you want, buddy. Because that was sort of their agreement with him, right? For him to go to the bench. And he takes like double-digit threes a game, it seems, this year. Like, he just jacks threes, and I get it. He's a good three-point shooter. Let's see. We'll pulling up his stats right now. So Buddy Hield attempts 10 threes a game, and he shoots 35%. Like, that isn't that great. You know what I mean? But that's because he jacks. So I think that if he were to come here, I would like to see that possibly change, if that's fair, because you can't be taking shots away from Tatum and Brown like that. But I would take Buddy Hield on this team in a second. Schroeder for Dante, and use the TPE for a young guy, and a young guy for Terrence Ross. Terrence Ross I'd love on this team. Talk about just scoring off like a spark score right off the bench. I would take Terrence Ross. He could score a lot of ways too. He's not per se a shooter, but Terrence Ross can definitely shoot. I would do that in a heartbeat. Schroeder for Dante, though. Are we talking DeJounte? XV3, who's Dante? I'm probably just missing something. Steven says, with shooters, Tatum could average around 7 assists. Brown has room for improvement, but he could have 5 a game. Yeah, and the thing is, it's just with how much, like, I don't even think we're saying how crazy Tatum's passing ability is to get Tatum has the ball in his hands so much that if guys just knock down shots, or say like they have a guy that, you know, one pass, one dribble layup can get by a guy, like that type of thing. The Celtics had scorers that weren't these like primary, predominant, you know, cross the guy over type scorers. They had guys that could just get buckets, like a Terrence Ross. Tatum could pass the ball to Terrence Ross. He could make a corner three, or Terrence Ross could take 2 dribbles, blow by a guy, athletically make a layup. You know what I mean? That's still an assist. They both look the exact same in the stat sheet, but they don't really have those guys right now. And it's got to weigh probably on like Tatum and Brown too, right? Like Tatum's going in for a contested layup or an open 3 to Romeo, and everyone wants him to pass that ball to Romeo because they want him to be a better passer. But really, what has the better chance of going in? Tatum possibly making a contested layup or getting to the line, or kicking it out to Romeo, who, yes, he started the season hot shooting, but you know, like it's pretty interesting to think about. Marta's saying the best option is Buddy Hield. I'd take Buddy, yeah, in a second. There would definitely be some changes. XV3 saying Dante DiVincenzo. Yeah, I mean, I would take him. He's been injured though, right? But I would take him. I like how he plays. Ubi saying, I don't even know who we can get. We have little to no assets. Yeah, they have the TPE, and then again, like, there's not many guys on this team that look like totally like we talked about it. We were here live, guys, and we're gonna start doing that more often. By the way, I gotta keep plugging it. We're gonna start going live, maybe, I don't know, fourth quarter, end of the fourth quarter, stuff like that. It was fun to just watch the game with the handful of you guys that were in here. But we talked about Pritchard, Neesmith, Langford. These guys really don't have trade value. You'd like to say that they do, right? Like, oh, they're young, they got potential, but if the Celtics don't believe in them and they're currently on the team, why is another team going to go one step further to go get a guy to put on the team? Like, the Celtics don't even have to trade to get Pritchard or get Neesmith or get Langford, and they still hesitate to play them. You think a team's going to take that extra step of trading to go get them? Because I don't. Like, I think that it's going to have to come down to, trading something a little bit more valuable. Like, I don't know. I don't know what. I hate to start throwing random trades out there, but, if you want to get something real good, it's going to take a Robert Williams who no one probably wants to see. Or, if you want to get something valuable, you're going to have to trade Marcus Smart because of the money, or Josh Richardson or Schroeder, that type of thing. Levin saying if the Celtics wanted to start from scratch, they could get 1 million picks for Tatum right now. Yeah, the thing is, I feel like Tatum is young enough that, like, he could be starting from scratch with you. And I get some people have soured on Tatum. Like, I understand that. I think that that's too early to sour on him. But people have soured on Tatum. Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and try and convince someone else to like Jayson Tatum, right? Like, I think that his play does the talking. I think that he's starting to have more good games than bad games, but he's still been frustrating this year. But the Celtics team as a whole. But I think that he's young enough that it's not like when you had Hayward or something like that, where it's like, man, maybe the best years aren't coming and everything like that. Like, I think Tatum is your start from scratch guy right now. But you're not saying you would do that, Lemons. You're just saying they could get 1 million picks from him. I'm sure they could. Like, there's not an NBA team in the world right now that would say, I don't really want Jayson Tatum. You know what I mean? Like, everyone wants Jayson Tatum, for sure. Guys, if you're watching, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. A lot more people in here than have liked the stream so far, so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Make sure to like the stream, guys. We're getting to all chat, but if you guys do want to support the show, make sure to drop a super chat as well. $1, anything like that does a lot to help. Shout out to Dio from earlier dropping the $10. Appreciate that. Ubi says, guys, what the hell happened to Fultz? How crazy is that? Like, Markelle Fultz, I feel bad for him because he just didn't have the injury luck, and it sucks because, like, he was supposed to be, I remember reading an article that quoted saying he is the next transcendent player in this league, and I was so excited. I think Guy Boston made merch for Markelle Fultz and everything like that, and then they trade the pick, and I was like, what are we doing? They draft Jayson Tatum, who I was on board with, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't against getting Jayson Tatum, but I was like, what are we doing? Trading out of the number 1 spot? Then it goes Fultz, Lonzo, Tatum, and look at where we are now. Lonzo, yeah, now I think he's kind of hitting his stride. He started to shoot better last year, too. Like, I don't know if you complain that Lonzo was a 2nd overall pick. You know what I mean? Lonzo's pretty good. But Tatum coming out of that draft, number 3, like, the Lakers look back on that and say, oh, man. The Sixers look back and say, oh, man. In fact, we'll give him one of these. We can't play the womp womp for Grant. That's the Sixers womp womp right there. Also, the Sixers womp womp for them absolutely sucking tonight, making it another tough game that we picked. Bad betting night for me. Let's see. PC saying, give Hauser some playing time instead of Neesmith. Yeah, and again, I always go back to that. I don't really know the two-way deal, like, if you can get, like, I don't know contracts that well, right? But Sam Hauser is a two-way guy, so he's got a limited amount of time that he could be here. But could they cut somebody and pull him into a total full-time spot or anything like that? I'm sure they probably could. So I would, like, he seems like the shooter. Like, tonight he had that 1-3, right? And it was like, okay, well, this guy can shoot clearly. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get the hesitation of playing some of these guys. Think about it. Jabari Parker. You get rid of Garrison Matthews to I guess keep and play Jabari Parker. Jabari Parker then doesn't even play And it's like, well, why'd we get rid of Garrison Matthews, who's now playing for the Rockets, right? And actually playing well. But here we go. This is the Hauser. Like, this is a guy that could shoot. Like, this is a shooter. He gets the ball. He sets the screen. He's going to get the ball, a couple dribbles. This is going to be with a guy that's probably a little bit longer. Rodney Hood in front of him. Look at this. End of shot clock. Boom. Like, what? Like, the Celtics don't have a guy that can do that. That's not named Jayson Tatum, not named Jaylen Brown. This guy is in his face, and look at how confident he looks. Still, same form. Absolutely high-arcing shot. I'd love to see him play more. Why? Because he actually, like, when he played in preseason, played in Summer League, he looked pretty good. But again, I don't know the details of how the two-way would end up working. Do they sacrifice that spot? However, whatever. I'm a dummy when it comes to that. But yeah, give me some Sam Hauser, because Aaron Nesmith sadly doesn't look like he's the shooter that we want him to be, that we would hope he would be. Just doesn't. Guys, make sure to like that stream. Like it up. Ubi saying Ross and Bamba would be nice. I would take. Oh man, that'd be awesome. XV saying I'd also hit up the Cavs to see what they want for Rubio. Yeah, and Rubio's playing really well, and the Cavs are playing real well. So now they hesitate. They're the Cleveland Cavaliers. Celtics come to them and say, hey, we got something for you. Can we take one of your older guys, whatever? Usually 10 times out of 10, they'd be like, yeah. This year the Cavs are just somehow filthy. Like they've now covered, I think, 11 games in a row. And they're like 12-1 in their last 13. Like, the Cavs are playing so well that they'd probably be like, you're gonna have to give us a little more for Rubio because we got a good thing going right now. Like, it's puzzling. It's puzzling to me, this season so far. Like, and the Cavs being one of those puzzling teams. The Rockets now being a hot team. Like, they were down big to the Hawks tonight and then ended up beating the Hawks. King saying Tatum's a future MVP, and that's coming from a non-Celtics fan, right? So yeah, like I don't hit the restart button with Tatum. I keep Tatum around. And the thing is too with Tatum and Brown, I've said it on the show before, but the thing with Tatum and Brown, if you have invested not only money, not only time, but so many different trade deadlines that you stood pat at, or you didn't go get a guy because you wanted to keep these guys or not, mesh well with these guys, whatever it is, like you have missed a lot of opportunities banking on Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. You almost have to see it through. At least one of them. Let's see. Bai says, I'd bring up Sam Hauser from the G League for shooting. Dude's 44% from three. He'd be a good guy to have in the corner. He'd be a good guy to have from anywhere. Like we just showed, like he's what I'm talking about. You could say what you want about what the Celtics did this offseason. They went out and tried really hard, made trades, made signings, everything like that, right? But the Celtics still don't necessarily have the shooter that I guess that we would want, Like they don't have a guy that says, hey, guess what I'm good at in the NBA? I'm a shooter. No, they just have guys that can shoot. Jayson Tatum can shoot. Jaylen Brown can shoot. So I do wish that they had a guy that was like, hey, what are you good at in the NBA? I'm a shooter. I'm a shooter. Look at that. Beef. Balance. Elbow. Eyes. Follow through. I just forgot how to spell. Mayhem saying, I think Smart deserves a lot of credit for this one. Made really good passes instead of jacking shots, and I think I'm realizing that makes a big difference for this team. Hey, you're spot on, because what Smart stopped doing for that sort of road trip, I would say, is stopped getting out of that point guard mold. If you guys flash back before that, early November, maybe mid-November? Yeah, maybe mid-November. Smart was incredible. His assist to turnover ratio was crazy. Smart was playing so well, and then all of a sudden they start playing these good teams, go on the road, some of these late night games, and Marcus Smart doesn't look like himself. And I don't know and I don't even remember when Jaylen got injured or anything like that. I've kind of lost track, but maybe it has something to do with when Jaylen's out, Marcus Smart thinks he needs to take on this shooting role or this scoring role more. Do we think that could be the case? You know what I mean? Maybe he thinks, oh, Jaylen Brown's out, I got to score more. When Jaylen's in, he can be a facilitator. I don't know what goes through Marcus Smart's head, but I do like what he did tonight. Marcus Smart, 6 shots tonight, only made one of them. Don't love to see that, but 11 assists tonight? That you like to see. That's a guy that was wheeling and dealing out there, Sports guy saying, I don't know how to word it. We beat the Bucks and blew them out. Confusing. This Celtics team's a confusing team. They 100% are. Very confusing, very sort of they play good against good teams, lose to bad teams, play bad against good teams, blow up bad teams. They're doing everything. Last year, I feel like it was just every game was going to be a close game, no matter how bad or good the team was. Now it's kind of you don't know what you're getting. You're rolling the dice with the Celtics team, and I don't hate that. I don't hate that, but I will say I wish it was different. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind as a fan sitting down and being like, all right, what team are we going to get? Because it's interesting. But I don't like that as like I don't like that as a wanting to win type fan. But the one thing I'll say, it's a little like dirty secret of mine, I guess. It's like, you know what? When the Celtics are bad, like, it's super interesting to talk about how bad they are. When they're good like this, you don't just know what you're gonna get. And I guess that's not probably the best, but it's the case. Mike saying Dennis only scored 7 points tonight. He wasn't too much involved in the offense. Yeah, I wonder if Dennis hears the reports and whatnot. Does that affect him? Does it affect guys on the team? I don't know. Sports guy saying we'll beat the Warriors Friday night. Jaylen Brown back, and are we going to get a rule now? Or so he's back. He played tonight. He had 19 points tonight, 30 minutes played. Looked good to go. And now they don't play till Friday. Like, Jaylen, I expect to play. He didn't look hobbled at all. He did have one little scare where he bumped his knee on Bobby Portis and had to sit out for a little bit. But Jaylen looks good. Team looked good tonight. Is Jaylen Brown that big of a factor? I think so. Maybe they get Josh Richardson back for Friday. Like, I'd love to see a Friday night sort of duke it out. Let's win this game type of mentality from the Celtics. I hope we don't get hey, it was good enough that we beat the Bucks. Now we can lose to the Warriors because we just beat a good team. I hope that's not the case. But, all right, guys. We were live for the entire fourth quarter. We've been live for a little over a half hour now after the game. We're closing down shop for tonight. It's good that I'm looking at this 10:19 p.m. When we were on the road trip, the West Coast trip there, we're staying up late. But, hey, I'm glad we're back here. But we are going to close down shop. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Make sure if you are watching right now, you have not liked the stream, please like it. Hit that subscribe button. Both are free. They help the channel tremendously. I appreciate it. So, we will, we'll talk to you guys no, not tomorrow. We'll see you guys on YouTube videos tomorrow. We got a good video coming out tomorrow where I take an NBA quiz. And we also have the picks videos as always, which I don't know if you're going to watch them because I'm having a bad night tonight. You might want to start fading me. But nonetheless, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Peace out.